No, he's a fucking ex-Islander, and we're live. We gotta. Yeah.
Welcome to the Friends and Rivals podcast.
Let's talk Devils and Islanders, let's talk Penguins and Rangers, but let's not talk about Flyers, cause they're a bunch of fucks, which no one can deny,
Fan fucking tab. Well, no, Jordan Eberle's just a former Islander. Why wouldn't he score on the Rangers? Just like any other former fucking Islander, assisted by Capo Caco, of course. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for noticing that. I noticed it too. But Jesus Christ. God damn it. So I have to see if something is there already, and it is good. I have a clip to share starting off. I can't do that. How do I do it? Video file. Pardon me.
Sorry, I rushed you into starting the show.
You did, God damn it.
You needed more prep time.
No, not necessarily. I just had to download this video from the iCloud because I couldn't find this video literally anywhere on the internet. So I had to rewind my TV and take an actual phone recording of this. So this is so Dave Maloney is the color commentator for the Rangers broadcast team on TV. Took over for Sam and Joe along with Kenny Albert. So there was something he said in the beginning of the year, and I think we talked about it a little bit, that he I think anyway, that he got suspended for a game and got sent to the studio and allowed Brian Boyle to be in the booth color commentating for a couple of days. Thought he may have been like sick or something like that, but I think it happened right after he like physically or verbally abused the referees on a game, which, like I was telling Billy, it was probably rightfully so that he was abusing them, and I probably agreed with him, but he still did it. And he's giving us more tonight. So he's talking about the young guys and how the young guys are moving up, but he's going to talk about how Lafreniere is going to move down in the lineup. So I hope the volume comes through. Can you hear it, kind of?
He wants to be, and the team wants to be. Now, the guy that bumps down in the lineup is the guy that needs to be better, and that's Alexis Lafreniere. Simply put, I think he's cheating his skills by not taking enough of an effort to be better. We're at practice every day, and those little things, the thing I've noticed about the best players are the hardest workers. Alexis Lafreniere, hopefully, at some point, learns what it takes to maximize his skills in the National Hockey League. Lafreniere.
Wow.
I have never heard a broadcaster destroy a player like that before in my life. Ever.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Right.
Wow. So your initial reaction, what does that mean to you?
Wow, it's kind of a lot to unpack, actually, but
Sure.
Does either if the organization doesn't say something about what he just said, then they're complicit with it, and that ain't a good sign. I don't know.
No, it's not a good sign. So one of two things has to happen. You got to get rid of Lafreniere, or he's got to buck up and start preparing better, because, there was a couple of years ago we were talking about them coming back from the off season, and there was reports of him drinking, playing softball all summer, not working out and getting ready and doing the extra things that hockey players normally do to get ready for the season. I think I'm buying all that. I am now 1000% a buyer that Alexis Lafreniere is not necessarily doesn't have the best work ethic, if you will, to be a superstar player in the NHL. That is basically what Dave Maloney is telling us on a national broadcast, because now the NHL network is now simulcasting this game tonight, which is why I'm not going to be watching the beginning of the football game tonight, because it's on NHL network, and on this TV that I'm working with, I can go back, but it's so much easier when you have the ESPN app and you watch hockey and football at the same time with the split screen. It's just amazing. They've made it so friggin' good to watch sports, especially on Apple TV. But man, Dave Maloney, good for you, buddy.
Maloney's known to speak his mind, easily enough. But to do it with this audience, uh, right there, just right out there for you, for all the Rangers fans watching at the start of the game. Oh boy, that's going to rile up the fan base. That is something.
But here's the point I'm trying to make to you now. I couldn't find anybody talking about this on Twitter. Maybe they're going to talk about it later on. Maybe we are the catalyst of all of this, but
We usually are.
Yeah. We're usually ahead.
Everybody are faithful. I agree. But
I think
man alive.
I gotta say though, he's got to get on the Phil Kessel diet. Start having a few pops right before for games. Big thing of nacho cheese. Not nachos with a big thing of cheese on it. I was watching a bunch of hot dogs. I was watching the whole. I went down the rabbit hole for some reason. Just came up in my feed on YouTube of Phil Kessel stories. I must have watched like 10 videos just because of people impersonating Phil Kessel and talk about his just the way he somehow managed to be like an unbelievable scorer and player, yet would like down an entire thing of cheese like literally every game just before a game and be like, "Ow, I'm really not
some
feeling
of
good
those some of
tonight."
those bigger guys were really, really good, man. They had really good hand, like Brian Holiday. Remember that dude was a big dude.
Well,
but he had soft hands and was really skilled.
They were saying, some of the guys were saying that, some of the stories were like, "Oh, Phil, in the workout, like working out in the workout area, being like, oh, Phil, come on, you can't bench this," and he'd go out and just demolish the squat machine and stuff, and he's a big guy, but he was all muscle. He just liked to eat, come in, but he would come in. Though I think it was Brian Burke was saying he'd come in like phenomenal shape from the summer and then just eat everything throughout the year. So he'd blow up like 30 pounds. It was usually the opposite. Usually guys lose muscle mass and he's probably just put on fat.
I think it's funny that you call it mass. That's hilarious. well, I guess you called it muscle mass. That's where I found hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's probably more muscular than I am. I'm a overweight 48-year-old guy trying to do a
fucking. I mean, if you're playing that sport, yeah. I mean, and that's just the thing. Like, you can't get away with that shit unless you have that kind of skill. Like, unless in that body of work behind you, you can't be Alexis Lafreniere drawing that kind of comparison when you haven't done shit in the NHL yet. I'm sorry, you got 30 goals once or something like that.
Well, no, he had 28. It was 28 and 57 points. Yeah, and that was his best season. But he's 24 years old, so he has the opportunity to turn this around. All he has to do is put in the extra work. And that's
most guys are motivated by the upcoming contract.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have
to
that
get
for
that
next
money.
6 years. But for the next 6 years, he doesn't give a shit about contract. Why would he care about contract? He's making $7.5 million for the next 6 years. Because we're 1 year into that deal that they made with him. Oh, makes you shiver, doesn't it? It makes you fucking shiver to know that Alexis Lafreniere might be on this team longer. But if this is the catalyst and that this whole hubbub kind of blows up and he turns into a good player, good for fucking Dave Maloney. Good for Dave Maloney. Woohoo! Maybe not good for everybody else, but good for Dave Maloney. Now, is Dave Maloney going to broadcast the next Ranger game? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If you see Brian Boyle there, you know the answer to that question. But oof. And coming off of that just shellacking in Boston, the Rangers, they look pretty decent. I mean, they're playing the Seattle Kraken? Where the fucking Seattle Kraken? Kraken are actually in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not doing bad.
No. But, I mean, you look at some of the playoffs teams in the West. I mean, 48 points gets you the second wild card spot. Yeah. I mean, the Rangers are at 46 points, and the Devils are at 46 points, and they suck. So
I think talk about this today too, because
did you good?
Yeah, because I was looking at it, and I think we were circling it a little bit, but it feels like the East is just way better than the West, and the only one outlier feels like is Colorado.
Yes.
I mean, they're by far and away the best team in the league. I don't think that's a question. When everything's going, everything's healthy, right? But I think the other two teams in Dallas and Minnesota, they're gonna. I think they're gonna level out with the rest of the top of the East as the season goes on, like in terms of like just points and everything else. But I don't think I think those points are higher because they really are just beating up on the lesser
Yeah.
talent in the West right now.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. I mean,
Because let's look at that lesser talent. I mean, what happened to Winnipeg? I tuned in to watch some of that Devils Winnipeg Jets game on Sunday afternoon. What is wrong with Connor Hellebuck? There's something wrong with Connor Hellebuck because much like Borowski in the Winter Classic, he couldn't see the puck well. He didn't really know where the puck was going all the time. He just looks really, really off. And if he's going to be our goalie for Team USA, we're in big fucking trouble, guys. Throwing that out there. He did not look solid.
Not wrong. But yeah, like Vancouver, Winnipeg, they're not playing well at all. I mean, Vancouver's going to blow it up even further as the trade deadline comes closer if they can.
Oh yeah,
they're going to load whatever they can.
Pedersen, whatever they can.
Whatever they can. I mean, look at Anaheim was really hot. They've cooled off quite a bit. Obviously, Calgary and Blues. Chicago. I don't think they make the playoffs this year. I mean, They need Bedard. He's back. I think he was coming.
No, he is back, but he's
soon.
going to miss tonight's game against Edmonton. He's got the flu.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But when he's back, it's a much better team for them. Obviously, massive player. But I mean, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel as strong. I mean, yes, there's a lot of parity, in the league, but I don't know, man. The East is pretty brutal. It's brutal. You look at, I know Steve's not here tonight to harp on his Devils, but
fuck him.
I mean, all that talent, and they're just they're playing bad, but they're not that far out. I mean,
nobody's that far out.
No,
nobody's that far. Even the Rangers are not that far out, but there is no way that the Rangers are. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that.
I will.
And there's one caveat to this whole thing. If the team that showed up in the first period plays the rest of the season, which they already have not, this is a dangerous hockey club with good young talent, but they're not playing up to that potential. They came out hard in the first period, as you would expect after getting shellacked by fucking 10 goals, or by 8 goals, if you will. But this is not a team that is going to go any further. So I don't know what they're fucking waiting for. I was expecting something over the weekend. I was expecting something today. I'm expecting something to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Carolina. I mean, is this the year that Carolina's it's going to be Carolina and Colorado in the final? And it's going to be Rantanen lifting the cup on Carolina home ice. Oh, that would be not Rantanen. Natchez, yeah. That would be great. That would be hilarious. I would love to see that. But do you trust Colorado's goaltending in the playoffs? And again, I wish Steve was here, as 2 former Devils are backstopping that juggernaut in the West.
There's a lot of things I don't trust about. Well, I mean, we've seen it over and over and over. It's a different game in the playoffs. This Colorado team running away with whatever they're running away with, to me, doesn't indicate anything about how they're going to perform in the playoffs. I need the playoffs to, and yeah, I think one of the things that could short circuit them could be that goaltending. They haven't proven anything with those guys.
Yep, I agree.
No, they haven't. And then go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, and then anything happens to McCarr, McKinnon, it's going to be a huge drop off. Those guys are, just like Minnesota, which I'll talk about later. But they got those 2 guys that are just going to be the engine that go makes that team go. I don't think they are built like Florida, and they can just plug and play enough guys that are just uber talented and grindy as hell, and just obviously a little dirty, as we all know. But those teams, I don't think Colorado can handle a team like like a Florida if they got into a 7-game series. If Kachuk is back, and let's say Florida somehow manages to get into the final,
How about not even
playoffs.
Florida? How about, let me give you another team. Can they handle Tampa?
No, they can't. I don't think so.
They-
Tampa's the same. They're
Because
very,
Tampa
very
beat
good.
them last week. You're right. In
Yeah.
Tampa, and I was pissed because I was like, damn, I would have went to
Yeah.
that game.
Right. Tampa's very good too, and they're sneaking up. They've won 9 straight. They do this every year, man. Every year.
Every
You
year.
feel like, oh, maybe this is the year they finally fall off. Nope, 9 fucking wins. Okay, and even Buffalo they had a 10-game winning streak, lost a game. They won 3 straight since then.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I'm changing the motto of this podcast to fuck
it's
Lindy
crazy.
Ruff. Forget the
Fuck
Flyers.
Lindy
it's
Ruff.
Lindy
I
Ruff.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see how
Fuck
much
the
better it
Flyers,
rolls
too.
off your tongue? Just
You got-
rolls off your tongue better.
I think the second half of the year is going to be really interesting. We're just over the halfway point now, and we're going to start. I really think seeing who's really going to be a real contender, like in the next 20, right before I think right before the deadline, right around obviously a break is going to happen, and the deadlines after that. But around that time, man, I think it's going to be really clear. 650 something games in, who's a real contender, who's not.
So from the Devils
close.
down, Devils, Rangers, Senators, Blue Jackets, then we'll even look in the West a little bit. And
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Nashville down. All of those teams open for business before the Olympic break. Between now and the beginning of February, those are the teams. If you want anybody, they're all yours. You just have to ask, as long as they don't have a no trade clause like Dougie Hamilton.
God. Those guys.
So is this what happened with Jacob Trouba last year? Is this what started the whole fucking thing? And now it has infected the New Jersey Devils? Because if that's the case, I'm so happy. It makes me so happy that we can infect that fucking team. That's so great.
Well, look, something happened. I mean, I remember the way you talked about like the letter last year, and there had to be something more than that going on that kind of blew everything up for the Rangers. I mean, the Devils. I mean, it seems very, very clear to me that when they failed to make that trade for Quinn, there was a lot more than that than met the eye. That because they fell to pieces immediately. Like they maybe weren't doing great, missing Jack out of the lineup at some point. Like, but things just went to shit.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Can we talk about that Jack thing a little bit? I mean, from a non-Devils perspective, he's not healthy. That hand is still hurting him. There is, and this is what I don't understand about certain teams, and the Rangers fall into this category too. And I'll even talk about JT Miller. These players think that they can play through injuries and everything is going. No, they're not.
Everything's going perfectly.
Yeah,
this is going great.
Oh shit! Where's Steve when you need him?
I know. You got to do voices now.
This is going great. Oh, we have the file. I just need to find it. Anyway, shit, I forgot where I lost my train of thought.
JT Miller injuries you were talking about.
Oh yeah, if a player's not healthy, and he's out there at 75% or 80%, because I don't. Jack Hughes with a bum hand. I'm not buying it. I want him to sit for a little longer. We're losing with him. What's it going to matter if we sit him and get him healthy enough to come back when he's ready to go? The season's over, guys. It's over. I don't really give a shit what you say. The Devils are still in it. They're not. The Rangers still in it.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not.
Great.
It's not happening.
Great.
So what's the point of playing him?
Well, here's the thing. It's a kind of a unique injury, and we really don't know what the fuck it was. But like it's a cut. If there's no danger of him making it worse by playing with it, just by hockey, then there's no reason not to play him. You would only not play him if Jack with the fucked up hand is worse than whatever you would play instead of him. So like if there's not like an additional injury risk, then I would say, yeah, play the guy, unless he's just not effective enough to put him in the lineup. Which
But the problem is Hughes is effective. Even if he can't shoot the puck, he's still going to back off defenders. And I saw him. He was playing
he
pretty
still has
well.
those wheels, yeah.
He just doesn't have the accuracy with his shot.
Right.
So, which kind of begs the question, as you were talking, I was kind of thinking about this. Everything that's happening with the Devils and their losing streak and falling from grace all coincided with that Jack Hughes injury. Something, I mean, it couldn't have been just reaching for a glass and the glass broke and it cut into his artery. Something else had to happen because this team is in a free fall, much like the Rangers from last year, like you said. So something else had to have happened.
It could be the failed
trade.
trade.
We don't have our Devils guy.
Good.
It could be the failed trade too, because we all thought he was going to, Luke was going to go, or Quinn was going to go to.
When did hockey players become so fucking sensitive to that?
I mean, if you think
babyish.
about it, it's a big miss, because it was pretty clear to everybody that Jersey was a very good target, and Minnesota swept in and had the pieces, made the deal. But it's a big, it definitely has to impact the team that, like, you had a very number 2 defenseman in the league. I don't think it's far off to say that him and Makar are 1-2, and massive boost to your team if you get him. Didn't happen, and there's all these guys that could have traded there and maybe reorder the team. It didn't work out, and I think there's a lot of pressure that happens, right? A lot of things are being said about the team, and as soon as that trade doesn't happen, there's no help. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe they know there's no help coming, and they gotta solve their problems, and they haven't. It's hard for me to see it from this side, because they do not look functional right now. They do not look, not at all.
And even with Pesci and Kovacevic coming back, I don't think they are good enough to make that much of an impact on this team. I'm sorry. I just don't buy that. But Dougie Hamilton draws back into the lineup tonight in favor of Simon Nemec. So now it's showcasing Dougie Hamilton. And if I was Dougie Hamilton, I'd be just like throwing L blocks out there. Oopsie.
Yeah, and how do you trade that contract? It's $9 million. It's a few more years. They're gonna have to eat money to move him. It's not easy. It's
the exact opposite of somebody trading for somebody like Panarin, where you're gonna get a lot of assets for eating some of that contract for the remainder of this year. Dougie Hamilton's just the opposite. You're gonna have to put in assets in order for somebody to take that contract
100%
and next year. And in addition to you eating some of it.
I think it's 3 years. I think it's this year and 2 more.
Come on, don't say that.
It's not good, man. And then he hasn't played well, at least, from what I understand. I mean, I don't know, man. I'd have to defer again to Steve on that, how he's looked. But yeah, he's got 2 more years after this.
Well, he was out most of last year with that injury that he had, and he came back this year and he just wasn't the same player. Well, no shit, because I'm sure that injury takes time to heal, and he's no spring chicken. He's getting a little older, so it's going to take an additional time to heal. Yeah. So by next year, I mean, maybe I'd take a chance on Dougie Hamilton at a reduced contract. I would.
How much would you? Sure. How much do they have to eat? I mean, it's a $9 million.
It's $9 million.
How much can you? I mean, aren't you limited to like half at this point?
50%, but that's fine. But I would take him at a 40%. At 40% salary for the next 2 years. I'm in on that. For him to play second pair defensive minutes or even third pair defensive minutes, I'd invest in that. If I was a playoff team, I'd invest in that. If I was like the Florida Panthers, who took fucking what's that guy's from Detroit? Or not from Detroit, from Chicago. They traded him. They traded at last year's deadline. He was in Columbus.
Seth Jones.
Seth Jones. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Seth Jones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Florida took on Seth Jones's contract. We say it all the time. No contract is tradable. Someone's going to take. You know what? I have the perfect spot for him. Send him to Vegas. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And he would thrive in Vegas.
He'll be
have fun.
Okay anywhere, if in a good team, probably. If he doesn't have to play top pairing minutes, I'm sure
But I mean, kill me for this, but the Devils are a good team, Nick.
I know, but not right now.
No, but not right now. Things are in fucking shambles. So
I don't know.
who do you look to? Who do you look to bring it all together? You look to your leadership group. Is your leadership group good enough to bring the team back? Heischer, Bratt, Hughes. It's not looking so good right now.
I think they're in dire need of a retooling. They gave a lot of money to Timo, Bratt.
Yeah.
I mean, Bratt's produced. I never liked the Timo deal, to be honest.
I never liked Timo Meyer as a player,
lot of
so
money.
I don't like his contract either.
And I think the
Bratt thing you had to do. It was the right move. Just like drafting Lafreniere. It was the right move at the time.
The Isles were in the same boat where they are now, where we had too many big deals with too much. No, we had to wait a couple of years for guys to start to come out off their UFA deals, and like we still have Lee and Pajot coming off their deals. Lee's making $7 million this year. $7 million is a lot for Lee. Pajot's making, I think, 4 or something like that, 5 range, and those are a lot of money that comes off, and then they can re-sign for lower. But like previous years were the same thing. We have all this log jam of guys. They're in that now. Their core is a lot younger than where the Isles were a couple years ago. But at the same time, they either have to stick with it, get the right coaching, or you gotta start making some really tough decisions and say who's gonna go. And
that's a big statement, Nick. Is Sheldon Keefe the right guy in New Jersey? Is that what you're saying?
You got to look at it from that perspective. Is like, is he the right guy?
But now you're getting into what the Rangers are going through. So every 2 years you have a coaching turnover. There's no longevity there. Is that what we're getting into in the NHL with these teams? Is just a 2-year turnover?
Oh,
I don't know, man.
It can't happen.
Look around this league.
No, I agree. But with the Rangers trying to find that guy, I hope they found him in Mike Sullivan. It remains to be seen, but they look worse.
Sullivan always loses in Boston. Don't go by that.
Trust me, I wasn't going by that.
But, I don't know, man. It's tough because they gave Luke $9 million so early, which is so much.
I had a problem with Jack's contract when it was signed.
We did, but realistically, that contract should be fine as long as he's producing points per game.
And he hasn't. He's been injured, but he's been injured.
That's the problem. If he's not injured, then I think he's got a fair deal based on where money's going, and he's obviously, all of these ifs. When is it going to come to fruition? When is Jack going to play a full season? Yeah,
and be what we all expect him to be. I'll tell you what, he better be that guy at the Olympics, because he wasn't in the Four Nations. He was invisible in the Four Nations. He better be that guy at the Olympics.
I don't think they have the two right Hughes brothers, to be honest, for the Olympics. I don't think
I can't wait to put this on. I can't wait to put this on Twix tomorrow. Just isolate this segment right here.
I don't think Jack and Luke are going to do well in the Olympics. I don't think their game translates as well. I think that they're not physical enough. I don't think they're. I don't know. I don't think
Luke belongs. I don't think Luke belongs right now.
He needs time.
Straight up not good enough.
But he's not big enough either.
He's not big enough.
If he has to handle Tom Wilson in front of the net when it matters, Wilson's going to eat him alive.
Yeah,
in front of the net.
No, 100%. This is why, like with the Isles, it's worked well with Schaefer because they have the big experienced bodies to pair with him. He's not being asked to go sit in front of the net and deal with the Tom Wilsons. They got Mayfield, they got Pelech, Pulak.
Yes.
Those guys do that, and they've been able to surround him with the right guys, and so it works. It's not like Schaefer's not like doing everything right. He's 18 years old. He can't handle those big guys. You can't, and But again, you gotta get those. You have the right core of people to fit around these kind of guys, and then those shortcomings that are for now because they're young and they don't have all the muscle masses and all the things yet. So that stuff is it'll come with time, but they have to surround those guys to make with the right people, right combinations of guys to right the wrongs. And I don't think Luke and Jack will do well in the Olympics. I think they're going to be invisible. Personally, I think it's the guys like the Brady and Chucks. Why can't say
And Matthew.
Chucks.
No, I can't wait. I can't wait till you open up the cards. You
What's
kidding
wrong
me?
with my voice today?
What about Brett Favre?
Yeah, the Kachucks are the right things for the Olympics against the Canadians and Finns and Swedes. Those teams are going to be physical. I don't know, man. It's not looking. I'm not looking forward to the Olympics with the American team. I feel like we're going to get.
But what's good is that they have tested the Olympic ice. The NHL, the IAHF has been in contact with the construction company. They were very pleased with how the ice was during the first preliminary games that they had on the ice there this weekend. So they were pretty, other than the gigantic hole that was on the ice. Apparently everything was okay. So it bodes well that everything's going to be good for the Olympics. It bodes well for now, at least. If you missed it tonight, the Detroit Red Wings retired Sergei Fedorov's number 91 jersey to the Rafters of the, I guess is Little Caesars Arena. My God,
would have assumed it happened long ago.
You would assume that, but it happened this year during the 100th anniversary of the Detroit Red Wings, or 100 and whatever it is. So good for them to retire his number. And I watched the ceremony; they had it on ESPN. I was kind of shocked they weren't simulcasting it on the NHL Network, and instead they decided to go to Gary Bettman announcing that the fucking draft is going to be in Buffalo. Do you give a shit? I bring it back to the Sphere. That was great. Why are we going to Buffalo?
They'll never do that again.
Of all fucking places. Yeah, but regardless of all, regardless of the Sphere, it's a great place, a great venue for all that shit. But why would you go back to Buffalo?
It's beautiful in the summer.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not beautiful anytime, Bill. It's not beautiful anytime. Ay. Fucking Buffalo. All right. So we'll have the NHL draft in Buffalo. But all of the Red Wings players at warm-ups were all wearing the Fedorov Nikes skates.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fucking awesome. If you get a chance to get video of that, go to the Twix and go to Detroit's main page, the Red Wings main page. You'll see everything there. The intro video for Fedorov. He came out on the ice in a fucking Corvette. It was just awesome. And somehow in the midst of all of this, I forget that he's married to Anna Kournikova. And it was just the whole thing was beautiful. It was beautiful.
He's good looking.
Sergei Fedorov was good looking. She was a knockout. What are you talking about? But their kids, they have a boy and a girl. The athletic ability in those genes and those kids, I can't wait. Whatever they do is going to be fucking spectacular, and they're going to be
Sydney Sweeney.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I know. I'm sorry.
Get us canceled.
I don't know, man.
But
we'll see.
But look, Fedorov was that first hockey player. I heard somebody say this, who was fucking cool. You know, who wore the Nikes, who wore the flashy stuff, who was big and he was the first NHL guy who was big and flashy like that on the endorsement side. I mean, Gretzky, he had the Gatorade, he had Nike too, but until Fedorov came along in the mid-90s where he started getting that Nike endorsement, and NHL kind of had their lockout after the 94 season, and everything after that seemed to be geared toward hyping up the players, hyping up and getting endorsement deals. And Fedorov was that guy at the top of the list at that time. And man, what a fucking hockey player. What a fucking hockey player. Those Ruskies, man. Woo-hoo. Big fan of those Ruskies. They had Konstantinov at the ceremony. But only the 9th player in the history of the Red Wings to have his number retired. Okay,
That's a lot of
I'm good with
numbers
that.
to retire,
That's a lot of
actually.
numbers, though. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, but it's not the Yankees. It's not the
No.
Rangers who seemingly retire everybody's fucking number now. Well, I think that's stopped.
Yeah, but I don't think the
But-
Rangers have 9, do they?
Let's see. You got you got Jockman, Leach, Howell,
Rattel.
Gilbert,
Gilbert.
Rattel and Gilbert. Gilbert was the name I had trouble with. Messier, Richter, and then they had the two other guys. They had Hatfield and Bathgate. So that's that's
okay.
9.
Well,
So that's
9 too.
9. Okay. Well, maybe Boston. Does Boston have more?
Montreal, I think, has the most. I think I'm looking at here.
I would imagine they fucking would.
Boston, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah,
Did they do Bergeron yet?
Did
Did they do Bergeron yet? They did Bergeron, right?
Bergeron?
Yeah, they did Bergeron already. There is no other player from that era more deserving than fucking Bergeron to get his number retired. And he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, so
Probably hasn't
so
happened yet, though.
it hasn't happened yet, but Chara is coming up. Okay, he didn't happen yet. It's
all right.
it's
Chara,
the
then Bergeron.
Well, Chara's scheduled for this year and in 3 days. That's what it says here. So really soon,
Okay,
and
good.
then I'm sure Bergeron's like next year. They probably are breaking it up, but obviously he'll be immediately retired.
Like I'm still sitting here surprised they haven't renamed the Selke to the fucking Bergeron. I'm still surprised.
They could, and no one would say no to it. They'd be like,
nobody would blink an eye. Just like if they took the Norris and they made it the Lidstrom Award, nobody would
100%.
fucking blink an eye. Nobody would blink an eye because I mean, you put Lidstrom in the cat. Was he the best defenseman ever? I mean, I get Bobby Orr was Bobby Orr transcended the sport and the position. I get that.
Yeah.
But was Lidstrom the best overall defenseman?
It's a lot like in baseball when people talk about was Sandy Koufax the best like pitcher of all time. You know, that's like kind of like when people talk about Bobby Orr because like their careers were a little bit shorter. They went out like when they were like on top.
I think
when you got guys with longevity, it's kind of comparing a different thing.
I think
about in his era, he was the best defenseman, and it wasn't even a conversation.
I think that
from 91 to 2000 and whatever, it wasn't even a conversation. He was the best defenseman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at some point you need to have the breakout of defensive defensemen versus offensive defensemen.
Yeah, you guys always talk about that all the time. I'm starting to come around to it, but I'm not there yet.
If you said who was the best defensive defenseman, how do you not say it's Lidstrom? I mean, or obviously offensive, no question. But I guarantee you Lidstrom was the best. I can't imagine Orr was going to be shutting down guys like Lidstrom was. All that.
No, I mean, I think Leach stole from him in '97, and I think for the next 5 to 6 years, it was him after that. Man, I don't know. Phenomenal. But there's a lot of that team, right? It's only Yzerman, Fedorov, and Lidstrom that have their numbers retired. Out of those, generational teams in the mid to late 90s and even in the early 2000s for the Red Wings, those are the only players. Are they the only players that should be for those Red Wings teams? I know you had like Luke Robitaille come in, Brett Hall, and even Dominic Hasek come to those teams and really help them out, and Chris Chelios for that reason. And
I think all those guys, Brendan Shanahan, like they played, they had great seasons there, but I don't even think all those guys as career Red Wings, and I wouldn't, retire.
I agree, because I think they made their name before they went to the Red Wings. Chelios made his name with the Blackhawks, Shanahan with the Blues, with the Whalers, or with the Devils. I couldn't agree with you more.
It's Yzerman, Fedorov,
and Lidstrom. Those are the only three guys.
Those are the three, but that's the guys, man. I mean, Datsuk, I would be, to me, a guy you could consider, but I don't think he played. I don't know if he played.
I'm not sure Zetterberg falls into that category, but I do believe Datsuk does, because Datsuk kind of went between both generations. He was there for early in his career when he was with Lidstrom and Yzerman. He was there late in his career when he's there with Zetterberg. So Yeah, I'd buy Datsuk for sure.
It's just because he was unbelievable. I mean, just he was such a different player than like Fedorov, but like dominated both sides just like him. Like unbelievable.
Brett, this Brett Hull podcast has been, and by the way, how the Friends and Rivals podcast was not nominated for a Golden Globe last night, I will never know. But apparently, podcasts are now a category at the Golden Globes. So for best podcast, I don't understand how we didn't get nominated.
I do.
What do you mean how? How?
If you listen to today's podcast, we're not going anywhere near the agenda. We're just out in outer space all over the place.
We're still in the first two. Wait, we are still in the first 2 bullet points of our agenda, my friend. Okay, so the East is wide open. We established and talked that the East is wide open, and insanity in sports. What the show is all about? Insanity in sports. What are you talking about? Granted, we're 41 minutes in. Jesus Christ, and we didn't get to ride the Metro. Thank God Steve's not here. He would.
Metro is.
I just texted him and told him he's an asshole for leaving me. You guys just going all over the place. They don't take podcasts that are right 45 or tight 45.
A right for? Are you Chinese? A right 45? My goodness, it's a tight 45. Come on.
Oh boy.
And a right angle is 90 degrees.
Where the hell is the thing? All right, are you happy now? We're at the Ride the Metro section. Are you fucking happy? Jesus Christ. I told you we had a lot to talk about tonight. You guys didn't believe me. Maybe you will next time. So the Rangers just took, they got, I was just going to say just terrible things about them, but I thought better of it. I don't recall the last time I witnessed a 10-2 loss and I watched the entire fucking game from the opening face-off to the last sentence, the last word of the announcers talking on the game. And I fucking felt every bit of that 10-2 loss. And I was embarrassed to be a Ranger fan. It was the first time I took to Twix and actually tweeted at the Rangers that they were a deplorable franchise. It was the first time I ever did that. I've never been driven to the point where I tweeted at a team and said, "You guys suck."
Brian agrees.
Man, that was a pathetic showing. And almost 3 different people had hat tricks in that game. 2 did, and it was the first time since, I don't know, 1991, 93 or something like that.
A long time ago. Yeah.
And who gives a shit? But man, if that wasn't rock bottom for this team, I'm not sure what is. And, now you have all the beat writers talking, like I was talking last week, about who you're going to trade and what you're going to get for these people potentially. And the Rangers do have a lot of players that they can trade out and get assets for. You look at players, lower tier players like Johnny Brzezinski or Taylor Radish, even Sam Carrick in his maple syrup farm can definitely go. Although Sam Carrick has been just a tremendous hockey player. I know we got it from Anaheim, but I wasn't really familiar with his game. But that guy is a locker room guy. That's a guy you want on your fourth line to go to battle with. So you're going to get something for that. You're going to get something for Panarin. You're going to get a lot of assets if you want to trade them out. But the one player that is not talked about in any of that is Mika Zibanejad. Is it just too difficult to trade that contract right now? Or I don't think there's an or. I just think it's too difficult to trade that contract right now, and you're not going to get back the investment that you put in him already. He's got the size, he's got the wheels, he's got the shot. He's a center, and centers are hard to come by in the NHL. So I would keep him around for a couple more years. But anybody else, and I don't think they're trading JT Miller this year. I don't think they're trading Gavrikov. They're not trading Shesterkin. Everybody else, fair game. We're open for business, and let's go. The Rangers are now officially open for business. They have been for the past little while, but now it's time for teams to really start getting their assets together. And the Rangers fall into that category, like we talked about, that before the Olympic break, all those teams, including the Rangers, open for business. And I don't know where Panarin's going to go, where he wants to go, but just get it done before the Olympic break so you don't have to really worry about that, and you satisfy him and everything is good with that player. Because like I mentioned last week, there's no better free agent signing ever for your franchise or maybe for any other franchise than Artemi Panarin. And wherever he goes, he's going to shine in the regular season. Debatable about what he's going to do in the playoffs, but he's going to shine in the regular season and make sure that if you're going to the President's Trophy winning team, you're going to win that President's Trophy. There's other players that are available. Vincent Trocheck's name's been out there a little bit, but he's got a couple of years left, but only $5.7 million. So you think the Rangers are going to eat some of those contracts up a little bit and get more assets in return? Now's the time to do it. You're not going to get returns like you're going to get from this team in the future. You're just not. So go and do your business now. Whatever you got to do to retool this team and make it JT Miller's team or Mike Sullivan's team, go ahead and do that. But I do think that there is a place for Panarin on this team if they decide to keep him and move forward. They just have to come to the right number, and I don't think he's willing to go to that right number. So that's the reason why you trade him right now, because you're a bus on the road to summer. And listen, that's going to be it. Doesn't matter kind of what the schedule looks like for the rest of the season. It's going to be pretty brutal for the Rangers. I think they got two games this week, Ottawa, and then they're on the road in Philadelphia on the weekend. Fuck the Flyers. But look, go make something happen. Go get players that are going to help your team for the next couple of years, not just right now. Go get assets that you're going to blow in the first round next year anyway. But if you get those first round picks, don't make the picks. Go trade them for something, because your track record for drafting players and try to develop them are just abysmal. So don't even try to do it. All right. Bill, Penguins.
Well, this is the spot where Steve would go with the Devils, but we have to skip right to me since Steve's not here. But I do want to say one thing about the Devils, if I may, and it would fit right in the spot. I remember, in years past, hearing Devils fans complain about how they can't get the free agent. They're always, they're next to the New York market. The big names always go to New York, blah, blah, blah. And so they were over the moon when they got Dougie Hamilton and Andrej Palat. And now they're like crying about not being able to trade those contracts. Make up your fucking mind. That's all I'm saying. Do you want to be in this free agent thing, which often has this result? Or do you just want to not, be in it? So it's one or the other. If you're signing big free agents, some of them don't go well.
There are shirts out there that I saw on Twix before we came on tonight that say "Fire Fits." This is not your GM's problem.
Oh, yeah.
Dougie Hamilton is not Fitzgerald's problem. Palat is not Fitzgerald's problem. Okay, these are players that need to be shipped out so you can get younger and better and have more cap space to go do something else. And I agree 100%, Bill.
Yeah. As for the Penguins, they beat the aforementioned Devils last week 4-1, and Evgeny Malkin's returned to the lineup, so that was the good news. But then they lost consecutive games this weekend to Calgary and Boston. They lost 2-1 to Calgary, 1-0 to Boston. At least losing in Boston, they didn't give up 10 goals, so there was that going for them. That was a good thing.
You can go fuck yourself, all right?
It's like, that, and that's the kind of losing that frankly, I was prepared for this year. Is these 1-0 and 2-1 losses. There's going to be games that they're just not going to have a lot going. But it's a lot easier to swallow when they're playing good defense than like the week where they gave up 3 and 4 goal leads in the third period and came away with no points. Those were more problematic. It just feels
you swallow all the time.
The other bad news for the Penguins right now is that Brian Rust is out day to day. They've clearly been missing him in the lineup with the lack of offense. But that's about it for the Penguins. We'll go on to the next thing. Let's go to the Islanders.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the only team that's worth talking about on this podcast. And it has to be the fucking
Unbelievable.
Icelanders? Come on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really?
Fuck.
Ah.
Every time it comes to my segment this season, I just can't believe the turnaround this team has had. It's just ridiculous. Doesn't make sense. But I guess that's why we're on this podcast, and maybe next year it's me back at the bottom and you guys at the top again. Who knows?
We can only pray.
So Isles had
Everybody
a
hopes that.
pretty good week. Start to finish off the homestand and then kick off the current road trip they're on. Road trip 7 games, 7-game road trip they've just kind of started. So start off on Tuesday while I was at trivia. We play every freaking Tuesday. I hate that we play Tuesdays. It's impossible for me to watch the game on Tuesdays, and it's felt like every fucking Tuesday you had a game. And sure enough, tomorrow there'll be a game, so it'll be awesome. And it's a Winnipeg game, but 8 o'clock, so whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, so we were doing trivia, and I wasn't even looking at. I can't really look at my phone during trivia. You're not supposed to use your phone, so I'm not watching it. Round ends, I check, and I see Duclair scored 2 goals. We're up, I think, 3-0 at that point, and I'm like, holy shit, Duclair has a chance at a natural hat trick. That'd be cool. Next round goes, the round finishes. I look over, it's Duclair has the fucking 3rd goal in a row, natural hat trick. I was at 5-0. I'm like, mother of fucker, this must be terrible for Steve right now. And it got worse from there. It just kept getting worse. And the strangest thing to this game is not that, Duclair has a 5-point game and, Cizikas has a couple goals and, the 44 shots on Sorokin, no goals. It's just, why in the world do they leave Markstrom in net the entire game? Like, I get it. I think in our thread or our chat, Steve said it wasn't his fault some of those goals early on, but at the beginning of the third, why not just say, obviously it's not going good, change the goalie? I don't know. Seems like a reasonable.
It sends a message to the team. It sends a message to the fans. And to your goaltender. Yeah, you got to do it.
Come on, man.
It's not like it was a fucking they had back-to-backs. They had a back-to-back over the weekend with Utah and Carolina, but then they had Monday off and played the Islanders on Tuesday, and then they had the off day on Wednesday. Yeah. So there was no reason why they could not do that. I didn't understand that either.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a game where just, Isles they scored at will. Obviously, Markstrom couldn't stop shit, and whether they're his fault or not, I mean, there's a certain point you got to change it up. You got to fight. You got to change the goalie. You got to do something. You got to hit people, almost even in hits. So that was clearly not happening. That wasn't coming out, of the what's it called? Coach didn't get the message across there. By the way, only 6 minutes of penalties, all for the Islanders. The Devils had 0 penalty minutes. How do you not even throw? I mean, look, I don't want to see my guys get hurt, but how do you not even throw a nasty check, whack somebody, is nothing. This is and to me, this is the kind of game that just is a season killer. I'm sure Steve probably doesn't disagree, but man, this is how do you not turn around and win the next game 9-0? Spoiler alert, they didn't. So to me,
no, they did not.
To me, this was just incredible because in the third period, I scored 4 more goals, 2 in the last 2 minutes. Come on, man! You got to do something. Just nothing. No, nothing. It's crazy. Weird game. Out of nowhere to see the Isles score 9 goals, and then also to shut them out. It's just bizarre. Isles go on to start the couple days later flew out to Nashville, had a 2-1 shootout loss, close game. Isles should have had a couple times they could have scored. Obviously good chances. Saros played really, really good. Big Save Dave. I know you guys really love that nickname, Dave Riddich. But those guys
No, we don't.
had a great goalie duel. Isles only let up a shorthanded breakaway for the goal. So, I mean, it was a really well done, defensive effort. Schaefer almost won in overtime. Yeah, Holmstrom had a great pass to him, diving play, dying seconds of the overtime. All alone, got a shot off, but couldn't convert. And now we're for the first time we're not first time, but we're 4-5 now in shootouts. It is what it is. Shootouts I hate them. I hate seeing us go to shootouts. I hate seeing the shootout. Just play overtime and just get more time there. Whatever. Then Isles went over to Minnesota, played a nice little day off, and played some pond hockey and just kind of messed around.
I saw that
Yeah.
on the Twix.
Yep, Lee invited him over to his house and pond, and they were just messing around. Had all these different jerseys on. It must be his collection of jerseys because it was like a whole smattering of jerseys. But it was. Really
I'm not
cool.
wearing. I got to tell you something. Yeah. I'm not wearing any. Like if Bill asked me over to his house and he had a pond in by his house and he gave me a jersey, I wouldn't wear his jersey.
Well,
I mean,
you're having fun.
I'm sure it's clean and all, but I don't know. I've seen that guy sweat. I'm good.
So they had that, and then they played next night against the Wild, 4-3 overtime win. Just a really good game. Isles came back 3 times in the game to tie it up. They were down pretty much the entire game, and then Holmstrom had 2 goals and an assist, including the overtime winner. Just nice, movement in the kind of a little fake out, and then went straight to net and put it right between the right at the 5 hole. We had 2 goals, almost 2 goals the same way. 5 hole the same way coming around and just backhand through 5 hole was great. Ilya was huge all game. Guy's he's gonna be top 3 goalie this year. He has to be if he continues on this play. I mean, it's gonna be hard to stop him from winning the Vezina if he keeps playing this way. Just amazing. Keeping us in it. And honestly, if it's not the goaltending, playing so well, Isles are not going to be. It wouldn't be where they are. Like it's just very clear that's the best part of our team right now. Isles incredibly are 5-0 in overtime. Haven't lost in overtime. Just shootout. So pretty good there. Holmstrom, like I was saying, he's had 5 points in the last 3 games. Coming up big because Horvat's been out and he didn't travel with the team. They want him to really kind of heal up from this nagging injury he's got. So he's kind of day to day, but they said just stay home, rest, and he might rejoin during the next 2 weeks. But they're on road trip, so we'll see how that goes. Isla Sorokin is also now the Isles all-time leader in shutouts with 26. And that's the wrap up for today.
God, I loved living in the world where the Islanders sucked. If you can make that happen again, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
If it makes you feel any better, my new boss is a Rangers fan. He's a Rangers fan, and every time I'm wearing the
I like him already.
I'm wearing Isles gear, he's got the same thing you do, just like rips into him right away. I can't wear certain things during certain meetings because I feel like it'll just distract him.
Just tell him I like him already.
I'll let him know.
All right. We got to go to didn't we have something? Yeah.
Great. Fucking great.
That's the one.
That's the one.
All right. Nick's got more cards to open.
All right.
Nice.
You want to do the thing, or you want to? I'll keep going until you tell me to stop.
Oh,
stop.
Alrighty. Tonight's
middle one. Middle one is it. Come on.
See how we do. I gotta tell you, I never had a pack of cards like staring at me all week in my face, like right in front of me. It's very distracting.
I hope you get an Alexei Lafreniere card.
If you do, it's coming to
you. Lazy bastard.
Right. Lazy bats. Good for you, Dave Maloney.
All right, we got a checklist card. It looks like a Matthew Kachuk. I gotta figure out what this is. Matthew Kachuk and Mr. McKinnon.
That's a great card, man. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
man. Pretty
Wow.
cool.
If they got two different players from two different teams, why not do
Yeah.
the brothers?
Checklist. Yeah, well, they do a checklist one.
It's a good call, Bill.
A Nils
Thank you.
Islander.
It's Hoglander, but that's
Yeah.
excellent. I love your name pronunciation.
There can be only one.
A Michael Amadio. Ooh,
That sounds right.
Sounds about correct. Yeah, that's probably good. We got a Peyton Crease. That's probably wrong.
It's Krebs.
Krebs.
Wow.
I can't read
Yeah,
the damn thing.
Krebs. Listen, I know
Remarkable.
words are hard. Nick, words are hard. I know.
Sorry.
I
Tara's
can't
like,
believe you opened a current pack of hockey cards and I don't know any of these players yet.
Tara's like, why don't you like practice the names ahead of time? Like that would defeat the purpose of my segment.
That would
Yeah.
defeat.
Time.
Yes,
No, you
we have
can't.
to open the cards and then read them.
All right, Matthias McKelly? I don't know. You tell me. Utah.
Maga,
Utah.
Maga, 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 work here no more.
Uh-oh, we got something cool. A Mac, an Encore Macklin card.
I know that guy.
Ooh.
Oh, that could be a good card.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I gotta see in the light here. That looks pretty freaking snazzy.
That looks
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Can your vagina be too wet? 100%. And
Like
here's
worth
how.
$2.
All right, we got a Young Guns. We got a Sam Rinsel. I can't really read it, so
Yeah.
Rinsel?
Sounds about Rinsel?
Rinsel. We got another one of these. We got a Mr. Kale McCarr composition.
I know that guy, too.
Holographic and
Holy shit.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
Oh,
Put,
cool.
put that
It's
card in like
rainbowy.
a sleeve or something. Holy shit.
It's
Oh, that's
psychedelic.
cool. Check that one out. We got a
Is that Everly?
Whee!
No, Everly's 7.
Stevenson.
Fuck him.
Chandler. Chandler Stevenson. Oh,
Oh, it's
we got a
kind of a bitch.
Hyman. Zach
Ooh.
Hyman.
Nice Hyman.
Doing here. Hyman. Laying down.
Why is he down on the
Yeah.
ice? He looks like a broken hymen.
All right. Alex Weinberg.
Ah,
and
Weinberg.
then Peter
Oh,
Kachkov.
Kochechkov.
All right.
I gotta say I mean, besides the Celebrini card, that was a shit pack.
Yeah. We didn't see anybody from our teams.
No. And you got
Ooh,
fucking
true.
Krebs. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Buffalo Saber. Blah. Blah.
Well, we got the
Disappointing
Young
pack.
Gun.
Disappointing pack, Tops. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll
Step
see.
it up.
That Celebrating was a good card, though.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
it was a
don't know.
great card. And even the McCarr, the McCarr card
The
was.
car was
like-
pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's like holographic, man.
It
Pretty
was.
much digging it. Huh.
That's great, man.
Great,
That's
man.
great, man.
Very sweet. Very fucking sweet.
It's
And then this
fucking
one's
great.
holographic too. This one's pretty holographic too. It's got some shit to it.
Dude,
Pretty cool.
anything Celebrini right now is going up in value for sure.
I mean, yeah,
That kid
for
is a fucking monster. Good lord.
Now this is the wrong bell.
Ugh.
I gotta say, I didn't mention it too much, but the two of them from Minnesota, Hughes
Kaprizov?
and Kaprizov, man, they figured it out quick. Those two are very fast and skilled, but they were clicking. They're
It's
finding
easy.
each other.
It's easy to
Ooh.
do when you
Ooh.
have good work ethic, Nick. It's easy. Unlike our players.
Alex. Come on from here.
Schmuck.
There you go.
All right, Bill. Weekly WTF.
All right, let's do this. This was such a fun week. It's fucking up my slides again, obviously. Weekly WTF presents the worst losses of all time for each of our franchises, the most lopsided losses. I was obviously inspired by the Devils and the Rangers both having gigantic losses this week, and it made me curious what the worst losses were for these teams.
Thanks,
So,
man.
in
Go for
alphabetical
yourself.
order, we're going to do the New Jersey Devils first. The Mickey Mouse game They lost 13-4, November 19th, 1983. Now, if you want to take a little look-see at the scoring summary, you'll see Wayne Gretzky with a hat trick and 5 assists in this game. Yari Curry with 5 goals.
Wait, he had 8
and
points in
assists.
the game?
8 points. And is it any wonder after the game that he was calling them a Mickey Mouse organization?
That's
Yeah,
great.
that's because
Anytime you can relive this game is a win for me.
now look at this little tidbit that I found out just today as I was looking at the score sheet. There's a name on the score sheet for Edmonton. They're
Jesus H. Christ, I can't
third
see
to
it.
last goal of the game. Jim Playfair scored in the third period, 14:26 of the third period. That was Jim Playfair's first career goal in this game. And now, for the two of you that are on here with me,
Well, he also had
ring a bell?
a goal and an assist, by the way.
Playfair?
Jim Playfair, yeah.
And does that name ring a bell to you guys? Specifically, the last name.
Wayne Gretzky, yes, it does.
No, Jim Playfair. That's
Oh,
everybody
Jim
knows Wayne
Playfair.
Gretzky.
I was going to say that sounds weird, but yes, I remember Wayne Gretzky. Sure.
Anyway, if not, Jim Playfair is Riley's dad, the one on the right.
Stop it! Are you
Dylan
serious?
Playfair, yeah, is the actor from Letterkenny that plays Riley from Riley and Jonesy. His father scored his first NHL goal in that game, his first of 2.
No shit. How about that?
How about them apples?
Did he drive a Jeep
You
too?
learned something.
Jim Playfair?
I would always assume that these guys are based on his character. For the New York Islanders, April 7th, 2009, a 9-0 loss at the hands of the Carolina Hurricanes. Eric Stahl with the hat trick in that game.
This was
fun one for the
first.
This was tied. Sorry,
this is right before we drafted Tavares. Yeah.
Oh, what before Tavares? 2009.
Yeah, we drafted him in 2009. So this is like the.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this is like the first year of the rebuild. Whew.
Nice draw that season.
Not good. Doug Wade and Bill Guerin holding it down.
But as I was searching this on the internet, what the most lopsided losses were for these franchises, AI did help me out because this is only tied. Because the Islanders also, I don't know if you guys knew this, the Islanders lost by 9 goals against the Devils earlier this month. Now, I knew the game where the Islanders beat the Devils 9-0, but I didn't realize until AI told me that the Islanders lost a game 9-0 to the Devils also this month. So thank you, AI, for
that's
telling us what.
AI, that's
Yeah, Tom, that's the point. That's the point.
Sorry. Oh, silly of me.
No, AI is fucking ridiculous. Okay. New York Rangers. Now, this was historic. This was the all-time blowout in the history of the NHL. January 23rd, 1944. I mean, to be fair, we still had Hiroshima at this point, so that's how long ago this was. But Detroit scored.
Howe had a hat trick?
Sid Howe had a hat trick. This was before Brody.
That's insane.
Don Grosso.
Was there ever a Sid? Any relation?
They are not related. I did see that name and I looked at that. And even though Sid Howe played, in 1944 and Gordy had started there in 1946, they were not related. Well, not according to the internet, which I don't really trust anymore anyway. Then for the Pittsburgh Penguins, how about a 12-0 loss to Montreal in February of 1979, right in the middle of Montreal's run as their dynasty run, 4 cups in a row. Guy Lafleur scoring the first goal there, couple for Mario Tremblay. Look at the names on the I
know, Jesus Christ.
Serge Savard and Pierre LaRouche and Von Lambert and Guy Lafleur, Jacques Lemaire. Dude,
yeah, it's not fair. It's not really fair. It's not really fair. And no wonder why the Rangers lost to them in the Cup final that year.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our losses, and this was the slide I was gonna. Yeah. So that's the end of our segment for today.
Bill needed a soul cleansing slide for tonight because Sam Carrick scored a goal, so I decided to send over a maple syrup gif that apparently was not up to snuff.
Well, it was maple syrup, but it was a super hot chiseled dude with his shirt off, pouring maple syrup all over the place. And
It was maple syrup, nonetheless.
there was also a pat of butter, but I more saw beefcake. You know what I'm saying?
Beefcake. By the way, I gave my wife a mission this year. This year I turned 49 years old. I have sent her off on a mission to find me the best chocolate cream pie in the Tampa Bay area. So
That's
when
a
that
fun
happens,
mission.
I will let you know when we are successful with the best chocolate cream pie in the Tampa area.
Nobody sends me on any missions like that. I fucking hate my life.
I told you, all you gotta do is move down to Florida. All you gotta do. All right, so we don't need a date for Steve's stomach tonight, but I do want to introduce you guys to Lou. Lou is Lou's looking for love, aren't we all? Oh, I hit cancel on the share screen. Sorry about that.
Hit the
Oopsie.
wrong button.
I did. I hit the wrong button.
What am I looking for in a lover? Well, that's
Looking for nub.
describe myself as driven. I was a pilot.
By the way, Trading Places has been on a lot recently, and I've been just watching it every single time it's on. It's like from the start of like when Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy find out about each other and how the Dukes really fucked them over. From that part in the movie to the end, I mean, find a better movie. Find a better, writing, comedy, all that shit in a movie other than that. That's all I'm saying.
For many years, that comes with a lot of dedication. I don't cook.
Would you be caught dead
have a
in
microwave.
a fucking sweater like this guy's wearing, by the way?
That's gotta be,
Did like this raised
History
Bill
teacher.
Cosby inspired.
It's gotta be a history teacher.
History teachers is like Cosby, like let me see if I can like put something in your drink type of sweater.
Meal. I think when people meet me, particularly women, they will see some qualities in me that are desirable. There won't be a Christmas that's not
Thank God.
full of gifts. One or two gifts.
Okay.
Well,
I
I've
thought
been
it was-
married.
Wait. He said full of gifts, and then he said one or two gifts. What the fuck, dude? Which one is it? Is it full of gifts or is it one or two? Because this is pretty. I don't know. I feel like you're letting me down here, Lou.
To my career for quite some time, and I haven't thought a lot about this. I wouldn't mind the gentle, soft touch of a woman. Have I been in love before? Well, I don't want to be inappropriate. Okay, I'll start by saying that.
Please.
Maybe there's a
would that
morning
be
breakfast
inappropriate?
involved where there's a handhold. I don't know if that I would date someone who isn't a churchgoer. That's option. Maybe I could get through it.
All right. We're on this like over and over again videos, and every one of them talks about religion and God and all of that. I mean, oh my God. I don't think religion is talked about as much now as it was back in the 80s and the 90s. But
No, definitely not.
these people are always talking about religion. Holy shit.
Dude, how on earth would you believe there's a God if you got that sweater? I mean, you look at that sweater, there's no God. There's no way there's a God.
That sweater, it looks really warm. Let's just say that.
Definitely try my darndest to respect my lady's boundaries. You want to sleep in on a Sunday? Hey, not my thing. But boy, I'll lay there. What am I looking for?
All right. So this guy Lou, does he know he can go to the eye doctor and get longer fucking like arms on your glasses than what he currently has? And also when on the bridge, you don't have to squeeze them so tight so they sit so high. You can have them a little bit more relaxed on your face, Lou. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's a lot. His glasses don't even fit his face.
Yeah,
they don't even go around his ears.
That's a good point. The hooks that are supposed to go over the ears, the point of the hook on the bottom is just going right into the top of his ear.
Precisely, Lou. Come on, big dog.
Yeah, they're crooked on top of everything else.
Well, Brian, maybe if we can find 5, like I accidentally found an Oreo cream pie at Publix over the weekend, and it was just okay. So sad. It was just okay. But yes, if we do find 5, 1,000% we're doing that. But this is all my I gave this mission to my wife, so we'll see what happens. But Lou, yeah, I kind of think this guy could pick up a chick in a bar if he ever just went there and put himself out there. Even with that sweater on, I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Some of the other curmudgeons, I don't think so.
Kind of looks like he's you could smell his breath about 10 feet away. So I kind of get the vibe.
Ooh. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Lou then. Yeah, 2-2 game. Going into the third period, even against Seattle. Been in the league for 3 years. And I get it doesn't matter how long they've been in the league, they're still playing, they're still NHL caliber players. I get all that. The shots are 11-3 Seattle in the third period. I mean, what are we doing, guys? I mean, just shoot the fucking puck from wherever you are.
Started up 2-0 too.
Yeah, and there's no feel that the Rangers are going to come back and win this game, even at 3-2 with 2:10 left in the third period. There's not a chance in hell this team is coming back. So, Drury, ball's in your court. What are you waiting for? Let's do this. And also, it'd be foolish not to mention this, that there are other professionals out there trying to pull off a tri-state podcast. There's only one true Metro Division podcast that's been around, and it's this one. It is the Friends and Rivals podcast that has been around since 2020? 2020? I think it was 20. It was December of 2020 when we started this. I think Nick hit the nail right on the fucking head. Wowzers. It took that long.
Started it because COVID, and we were like, we gotta do something.
Gotta do something.
I'm pretty sure we started before the season started, though. I thought it was
we did. We started in December, and they started in January. We did all the pre-return to play stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It was around then.
Yeah, and the Islanders putting the friggin' the cardboard cutouts of people in the friggin' stands. It was hilarious. It was great. Some of those beginning episodes are just classic. We were so wet behind the ears. But 216 in, just drunk all the time. That's all.
Oh.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode without Steve and the Devils. It's been wonderful. But come back next week. Maybe you'll hear something different. Go on Twix Friends_Rivals at Facebook Friends and Rivals podcast. Just type in Friends and Rivals and hopefully it'll take you right to our page. Until next week, Bill, say something witty.
I have an easy way for Nick to remember the Islander schedule. See you next Tuesday.
That was a good one. I like it. I can't.
That was good.
My friends and rivals. Flyers fuck, flyers fuck, flyers fuck off. Flyers fuck, flyers fuck, flyers fuck off.
Wait a minute. We can't end yet.
Oh, no.
Bonus Friends and Rivals podcast. Without saying, fuck the Eagles.
Fuck the Eagles. Fuck them.
Cry.